We are recording.
Is the episode started yet?
Hello, welcome to third episode of Ish Talkers Anonymous. I am joined here today by Ron. Yep. I'm in your seat. I'm Bruce.
I am Ron today.
And I am the guy who's sitting here, who's normally Ed, but isn't Ed because Ed.
Logic.
Yes, that's how things work.
This is Ish Talkers Anonymous, episode 3. Welcome.
Yes. Welcome to the show.
It's the first bit, you gotta wait.
I forgot. First minute. Was that enough of a stutter? We get demonetized for that?
No, we're good. All right, cool. We'll be fine.
All right, so where we start at?
I could start with the sugar story.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That you already started with.
Yeah, I've had so much sugar today.
I can tell.
Dude.
My boss came in with a piece of candy that looked like it was straight out of Willy Wonka. It was a Nerds bar that his daughter had made. It's basically a bunch of nerds glued together with melted gummy bear. Everyone at work had a piece, and basically I had my piece, and I was trying to ask my boss a question. I was just sitting there fidgeting like nonstop, and I was like, "Hey, do we need to put these over there? Do I need to put these in? Do I need to put these in?"
On top of you having ADD, so yeah, that's
it just kicked it into overdrive. My one coworker was like, "We need to get him to do something. He's not going to stop moving."
yeah, really.
What the hell is this?
It's a little funny.
If you want, I'll read it. I'll read it aloud. So
Read it out loud.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, babe. We can either have a Nerf gun war, or we can do sex. It's Nerf or nuttin'.
Ha ha ha! Funny joke.
Yes. Okay, that's what we're laughing at.
That's a good one.
Thank you, Ron.
Yes.
No, that's Bruce. Who's Bruce for this one?
I'm not doing this.
We're not carrying this bit.
Yes.
Because we're gonna get confused later.
Yes, it died at the beginning of the show.
It didn't die with me. Now I see how I belong here.
That's why you're in the short chair.
Yeah.
I chose this chair. Fuck you. Wait, how far in are we?
We're fine.
Yeah,
That was long enough.
Alright, fuck you.
I believe so.
Precautionary, fuck you.
Yeah, I believe we can fucking curse here. Might be an extended intro if
Works
not.
for me.
Either way.
So, what was it? I seen baseball has a plan to have a 60-game season starting July 23rd or the 24th. They haven't exactly got a date yet. And I believe that there's currently 30 training facilities that are shut down because of baseball players testing positive.
That's not
Well,
surprising.
shit.
So it's supposed to start, but there's no training.
Yay.
Yeah, it'll be a fun season.
That's-
Way to go, baseball.
That'll be a fun
It's
season.
gonna be like watching toddlers play, but they're all really good.
Yeah, and while they're all looking really good, that's probably mediocre for them.
Yeah.
All of them are out there like, man, I can't throw a ball for shit. It's like, you just threw it like 500 feet.
You just threw a ball at 40 mile an hour. Yeah, that's not fast enough.
It's not.
My average is 90. My
But it's
fastest
still
is
better than I
100.
can do.
That's my point here.
Oh, shit.
Although one of my friends from high school and middle school, he's actually been practicing like every day across the street from my house.
Okay.
I haven't seen him in a few years. He is fucking buff.
Who?
Justin?
Oh, that's right.
You've been checking them out?
Well, I saw him the one day when I was getting the insurance report for the car.
All right.
So he's fucking buff. I mean, he is going to school for he is going to college for baseball. So
Eh.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you gotta go to baseball for college, you know? That's
I
what you
almost
gotta
said
do.
school for college, so you're wrong.
Damn
I mean,
it.
technically you do go to school for college growing up.
You do, though. Unless you're me.
Oh shit!
Or me, and you just don't... Unless you're the three of us and you just don't go.
Who
Hey!
needs college? It's BS anyway.
Yeah.
You only need to go to college if you're going to be a doctor, lawyer, or engineer.
For the most part.
Unless you're a sound engineer, then you can just bullshit through it till
Anything-
you figure something out.
Anything else, and you can learn it in the field.
Yeah, same thing goes for coding.
I think that's what most things, but
Yeah,
college helps for like nursing and shit.
definitely. I
Well,
mean,
that-
I
shit-
wouldn't... I
Shit
would
that
not...
actually matters.
I would not want
I
someone...
say that would fall under medical, and I guess you could lump doctors in the medical too.
Yeah, I
Yes.
would not want somebody in the medical field saying they're a self-taught practitioner.
I'm
Yo, I
self
self-
only.
Yeah, I self-taught myself how to do this. What the fuck do we got? Liposcopic surgery.
I may have killed 20-something people, but I could do it.
My first surgery was done in the bed in an F-150. What's up with it?
Nothing was sterile. Everything had rust on it.
No, it was sterile. It was sterile. I put water on it. That's sterile, right?
I burned it with a flame.
I burned it with a flame.
That's farther than I went.
Obviously, I can see he has more experience in nursing than.
Yeah, I would not trust anybody in that kind of line of work if they did not go to school for it and be like, yeah, I'm self-taught in this. I'm like, haha, stay away from me.
It's like, wait a second, I'm under anesthesia. Oh, fuck.
It's over. There goes my life. I remember when I got surgery on my arm, and they put me under, like, they put me in the room, and I'm laying there on the table. Guy walks in, full face shield and, like, fucking butcher's gown. I'm like, that guy's here to chop me up if this goes wrong. I'm gonna be a hot dog.
Yeah, I've only had 2 surgeries in my life, both in the mouth. One was a gum graft because I had receding gums when I was a child, and the second was they pulled my wisdom teeth out. Both I was awake for, and both were really interesting experiences. First one, it made me realize how strong anesthesia is because these guys are in my mouth and they pull their hands out and they're covered in blood, and I'm like, oh, my mouth is full of blood right now. And then the second one made me realize how easily teeth come out.
Yes.
They just basically went in, pushed it with a pen, and pulled it out. And I was like, what? You're telling me I can just open anyone's mouth and pull their teeth out? Holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's how I used to get out of doing tests in elementary school. I'd find a loose tooth, rip it out, and go to the nurse's office.
That's more natural, though. That's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to lose your teeth when you're an adult.
No, not quite.
Okay. Yeah. Good point. Valid point.
I mean, unless you want to look like a hillbilly. But,
It's all the rage nowadays.
I mean, if that's the look you're
Apparently.
going for, I mean, there is this beautiful thing called methamphetamine.
yes.
Get you high as hell, you'll hallucinate, and you'll lose your teeth. You get
And you'll lose weight.
Where do I sign up?
true.
You'll also lose weight. So it does wonders for the body. Apparently.
Yeah.
And apparently, when you're high on meth, you just want to clean shit. So apparently, meth heads have really clean houses.
Yes. They become very productive for some reason.
Some of them.
And I gotta say, it's very strange because my boss had a few tenants that we had to go in after them and clean up the house. You can tell who the meth heads were.
Not much cleaning.
All you have to do is sweep the floor.
Okay.
Not much paint to redo.
Yeah.
YouTube won't strike us for putting methamphetamine as our as the name of this episode, right?
We may get demonetized for it.
What are we getting
We're
demonetized
not
from?
glorifying drugs.
Yeah, we're not. We're talking about
Totally.
how you could lose your teeth and shit of that nature and have a cleaner house.
What, you gonna get an actual chair now?
I can't do it for long. My back's starting to hurt. I'm being old.
That's why you should have grabbed a chair to begin with.
Look, tiny chair is funny,
Yeah, but nobody can see it, so tiny chair isn't
but I can. I can see the tiny chair,
okay.
and I can feel it.
It pleases
all
his
the way
tiny
up my
brain.
back.
Oh,
I have
It pleases his tiny lizard brain, so
I have a big brain. Thank you very much.
sometimes.
you're a lizard?
I have a big brain. It's just I don't use it all the time. I want to say about 50% of the time I'm using maybe 30% of it because the rest of it's being used on rerun cartoons and stuff like that.
Yep.
Because, you know, ADD, you got 15 things going on in your head at the same time. So,
Yeah.
All right.
excuse me.
But,
So other than gas, anything going on with y'all?
I actually have an interesting story. Yesterday, I was on the way to Walmart, and the truck just shut off, and I was like, oh, this is strange. I wonder why I did this. Shifted to neutral, still rolling down the road, tried to start it. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Oh, I ran it out of gas.
how did you do that?
I just didn't pay attention to the gas gauge.
Nice.
So, you know, lucky me, just flip a switch. Oh, look at that, full tank.
Yeah, this man has 2 gas tanks.
It's lovely to have 2 gas tanks.
I just gotta fill my truck back up next time I take it out. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
as you-
about at a quarter.
I got gas on the way here. My gas door is broken, and it's a Honda. So the door, you need to pull the thing for it to open,
Mm-hmm.
and that don't work. So I get looked at funny when I pull up to a gas pump because we're in Jersey, and I get out, and I walk up to the door. I got this little thing on my key ring that I pop it open with. I get looked at funny, and I just go, it's broken.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Like, but yeah, the guy was like real impatient. He's like, pop the door, pop the door, pop the door. And I'm like, nah, bro, it's broken. I gotta do this.
Yeah, I remember a while ago, pretty much when I first got the truck, I started, when I would go and get gas for it, I don't have the problem anymore. Don't know why I don't have the problem anymore, but I had a weird thing where when I would be at the pump, they'd put the nozzle in and it would start pouring gas in it, and then it would kick the nozzle out for some reason about like a couple seconds into the actual process. And I had to wait for someone to go back and put it back in. I'm like, so for a while I had to, when I would when they would actually put the nozzle into the tank, I'd have to tell them, you know, if it may kick the nozzle out, so just be aware if you hear it click. So and it was weird, and I never had that problem in any other vehicle before.
It's happened to my truck and the car a few times. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it could be maybe it just filled up too fast and your truck is older where the ventilation isn't good enough for them to be pumping that fast into it.
I mean, it doesn't do it anymore.
I don't know then.
Because I mean, for a while it did it, then it just randomly stopped doing it.
I
So
remember
don't know.
there's a pump at a gas station I normally go to, and there's something wrong with the trigger. So I'd actually have to get out and like hold the trigger because it would just pop out.
Right.
Like the nozzle wouldn't pop out, but the trigger would. Like it was,
That's weird.
yeah.
I could definitely say pumping gas for the first time was a weird experience, but a welcome one. Because now I know how to do it. Because when we went on our trip, you know, we're the only state pretty much that has attendance to pump gas.
Well, yeah, that's because Jersey girls don't pump gas.
So
Hopefully not for long.
I had to quickly learn how to do that on my own. But that was, you know,
It's actually not as hard as a lot of people in Jersey would think. It's actually
no, it's not.
really
It's
easy.
it's stupid easy.
Yeah.
You just go, give it money, and then you tell it what gas you want, and oh, look at that. You can pull the trigger and you have as much gas as you want,
Yep.
as long as you can pay for it.
Yeah.
Who said anything about paying for it?
That's when you use a debit card that has $1 on it.
There's that.
You can't just pull the nozzle out and dip.
You can.
You can.
See?
Wouldn't recommend it.
No, it's illegal. And we're not, we're not encouraging any form of illegal activity.
Because we don't do that here.
No.
Right.
What are you trying to imply with that right?
Nothing. I wasn't implying anything. Just confirming.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
We run a good Christian podcast.
This is a Christian Minecraft server, okay?
There will be no profanity on this Christian Minecraft server.
Yes. Even though I learned some things about lizards which make me believe that Mary was a lizard.
Which?
Oh?
The Mary of Jesus?
Yes.
She was a lizard. Then how did she make a baby human?
They can produce asexually. Which explains why Jesus was conceived without sex.
Full-on lizard human.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
can I say, like, I'm pretty
That
sure
makes-
reptiles don't
Because
do that.
Because I was like, I'm pretty sure lizards are tiny and humans are big.
Yes.
So you're
Weird.
telling me there's a lizard that just had a giant baby in its sack? A tiny little
Lizard person. No. Full grown like lizard
like
person.
Argonians from Skyrim lizards?
Yes. But
Okay.
only looked human.
Yo.
I'm getting confused now.
It's okay.
'Cause
Don't
I'm
worry.
perfectly fine with the Argonians, but now they look like humans. This is getting to be weird.
Yeah. They gotta wear the flesh suit.
I think I prefer them without the flesh suit.
So would I, probably.
Yeah, but I mean back then I feel like you'd be persecuted if you look like a full-on Argonian.
Probably.
So,
Eh.
although they may have, because they did get chased. So,
Maybe they were full-on Argonians. Maybe they just all got exterminated. Maybe that's what the Book of Christ is about.
Is mass extinction.
The Bible isn't
Well.
about the God. It's about the mass extinction of the lizard race.
I mean, Sodom and Gomorrah were both completely destroyed. So,
This is true.
it says that in the Bible. It says that was done by God. May have been done by the people who were trying to exterminate the lizard people.
God kills a lot of people.
And creates them too.
You
He's allowed
know.
to. It's almost like he plays God.
It is.
Oh my God.
Are we okay with this?
Wait, no. Oh,
Depends
your
on the ass.
God.
Because we didn't elect them.
No, he didn't.
You know, and this is America where we elect people
He's
to
not
positions.
my God.
That was an interesting segment. You're just offending a lot of people, but I don't care.
Who'd we offend?
Wait. We need to offend the Jewish now.
No, we're not. No.
We need to offend everyone for this to be right. That's why this is the Third Reich.
If you want to, if you want to offend Jews, I'm stepping out of it.
No, it's all right. I have a Jewish friend. You know.
Well, yeah,
Doesn't make it okay.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah,
It's like, oh no, I got a black friend. I can be racist.
yeah. I can say the N word whenever I want. I know.
I
a
have
couple
the N
black
card.
people. Yeah, that only works with the ones that you're normally around. That doesn't work for.
But even then,
It's not universal. In case you're wondering.
well, that not if it's the A ending. If it's the ER, you can use that wherever you want. It's still frowned upon.
Yeah.
You can use that whenever you want. It's just people will hate you.
Yes.
And right now, committing hate crimes is a bad thing.
Apparently so,
Yeah.
and that's
They'll-
a good thing.
Well,
It is a good thing.
Yes. They actually
A good thing that it's a bad thing.
Yes.
one of the lead members on the new Assassin's Creed game
Yes.
actually just stepped down because of infidelity accusations.
Oh,
So apparently
Okay.
apparently someone's accused him of basically being a racist and talking shit. So he's like, I'm gonna step away from this.
Damn.
And there's been a lot of that shit going on too
Well, yeah.
in the especially in the gaming world. A lot of people have been coming out. A lot of people have been have been affected by it, whether it's people like actually saying they've been affected, or it's the reciprocates, the results of them saying and coming out, and the people that have wronged them are getting a lot of heat, and that's a good thing.
Yeah. I had a job interview Monday, and I was told you can't be racist, and you can't have gauges because it's kind of against the company policy. It's really weird.
gauges?
Yeah, the gauges part I thought was weird. The
Aren't you going to
racism.
be a delivery driver? Is
Yeah.
that what you,
Wait.
Why does that make? How does that make
Wait,
sense?
what do you mean?
Parts
What do you
delivery.
mean by gauges?
It still
I-
doesn't make any sense.
Where I'll be working, I still have to deal with customers, and it's what they want.
I mean, I guess
As far as
what do you mean by gauges?
their
'Cause
brand.
I'm confused.
earrings. They're type of earring.
Oh,
What were
aren't those called gouges?
No, they're called gauges.
Man,
what
I thought you were talking about like car gauges. Like, wait, what? Like, you can't have gauges.
You can't have gauges in my ear.
You,
No.
you have to drive, but you can't know how fast you're going. What?
Well, I don't have a tachometer, so
Yeah, who needs one?
Well, those are optional.
true.
Yeah.
If I had one installed in my head, it'd be as high as it'd be redlining all the time. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
and without a limiter.
I mean, that's anxiety.
That's just ADD for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
My anxiety just smacks the shit out of that fucking RPM thing.
Sometimes mine does too.
Yeah.
It goes
But,
ting ting ting. Damn, what, you got an F1 car?
And then I crash.
And then I crash. And then it stalls. You rev so hard it stalls. That would suck. You probably broke something at that point.
The valve float, and then you just broke so much shit.
Little bird told us that you've been playing Valorant.
Yes.
Dipped your toes in the water.
Yeah, I played 2 games.
What's your win rate?
50%. What's up with it?
Holy shit, that's probably better than mine right now.
Probably.
actually.
It'll probably go down after we're done recording this pod.
Although I have to double check because I mean a lot of games I played recently have been in Spike Rush, and I
Yeah.
lost a lot of Spike Rush games because I don't really try in Spike Rush. I'm just trying new abilities and new tactics out, and they never go well.
There was when the game updated yesterday, they implemented ranked. And when I say yesterday, I mean on the 23rd of June.
Yeah, because
And
this
they-
won't be
they-
up till Thursday.
Right. So the 23rd of June, they implemented.
23rd to 24th.
I know 23rd was the actual official update.
Well, they turned it on today.
Yeah, they turned it on today, but it was implemented yesterday in the update.
Okay.
When they implemented it, and it didn't go live until the 24th at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern anyway. But when the update hit on the 23rd, I loaded up the game, did my first game of the day for Spike Rush just to get acquainted and get a little warmed up. I load in, we spawn, and one of my teammates immediately types in chat, guys, they broke the game. And we're like, how? And all of a sudden, this man playing as Omen starts flying around the map. And I looked at him and I'm like, hold on, I feel like this is a cheat because he's toggling. And he told us how to do it. He told us how to get this to work. So I was like, alright, I don't buy this, but I'm going to go try it anyway. So, what you do, and I don't think it works anymore. I think they patched
They
it.
fixed that.
Yeah, they
already.
fixed it day one, basically.
Well, that's good.
But what you had to do was go into a custom game, and in a custom game, there's an option to turn on cheats. And if you do that, when you load into the game after turning cheats on into a custom game, you can go to your settings, and you can bind what they call ghost mode to a button. And ghost mode is basically where you can hover around the map, and you can clip through things, and you don't take damage. Apparently, if you go into a custom and do all this, and then leave that custom game, and go into a regular match, it still works. Or it still worked anyway. It doesn't anymore.
Like if you had a keybound, you could just push that button in a regular game, and you would automatically turn it on.
You'd become intangible. And you could literally go through walls. And no one would know where you're at.
And there was another glitch going on
Can you-
where people
can you
were
still shoot?
spawning.
You can still shoot.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's not
And,
right.
and it's 100% accuracy as if you were standing still.
Oh.
Yep.
And there was another glitch going on where people were spawning in the wrong spawns. Where like sometimes people would be
I did not have that one.
like maybe 2 people per team would be swapped or something like that.
That's interesting.
And the one post I saw online, the person was like, well, we found this out. Apparently, after about 2 seconds, enemies are invisible until the round starts. So basically, you'd be spawned in, and there'd be 2 invisible people next to you, and you try to kill them the second you could do something. Because you can still do damage to them during that phase, just from shooting and whatnot, it's just you can't see them.
Right, so you have to figure out where they're at. That's funny.
So is there like an outline of them?
No.
Just completely invisible.
You gotta listen to where they might be.
Okay.
Yeah,
But I think that's already been fixed.
Yeah, no, that stuff got fixed the day that update went live. Because when I loaded up this morning, I had another tiny update, so I'm pretty sure that was from yesterday.
Yeah, there's no way they would have launched ranked without fixing those first, because those would have broken it.
Yeah, 100%.
hardcore.
100% they would have broke. But
So
I'm excited to play ranked and actually have decent, more of an easier time, I should say, in the sense of finding a good game.
yeah,
Because
the more games you play in ranked, the better rank you can get if you're good enough. And then you'll be able to. And then once you get up above a certain point, you'll be able to play with other people that are actually taking it seriously.
yeah, because unrated right now has a lot of people where if you have a streak of losses for each round, a lot of people have been disconnecting from games.
Mm.
They've actually disabled the leave function for unrated. I found out.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, so the only way to actually leave a game entirely is to quit out of the game. So that thing I won in ranked is in unrated. I would assume it's in ranked as well because you have that surrender option.
Mm.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, somebody has finally done the thing that I've wanted for a while. is where you can't leave a match unless you quit the game itself.
Which is great.
Yes.
And the surrender option is awesome.
Yeah, I fought a team yesterday that did it. We were, I think we were 2 rounds away from winning, and they finally did the command to surrender. I don't know what the command is because I haven't found it yet.
I think it's just /FF or forfeit or something like that.
Is it a backslash or forward slash?
I think it's a /.
Okay.
I forget. I'll have to double check.
Because yeah, no, we were 2 rounds away from winning, and they were like, "Fuck it, we're gonna cut it." So, but yeah, the whole quitting thing was annoying because I told you guys just before we started, I had 4 people leave on me. 5 rounds in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I put in an all chat like they just all left. I'm just gonna stand
I had a
here.
lot of games like that in the closed beta. Like, luckily it didn't happen to me because I played with my friends exclusively in the closed beta. But there would be so many times where we'd be fighting a team and then like 2 people would leave or 3 people would leave. Like the one time, like we were winning decently good and the enemy team, like 3 people were just being assholes the entire time. And then we were kicking their butts for a good couple of rounds, and then those 3 people just left. And it was like, well, this sucks. Well, we have a guaranteed win, but it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just did knife fights for the rest
I
of
hate
it.
the people when you first load in, you're in the buy phase for the first round, and someone's AFK that round. I hate those people. I don't know if it's intentional or not because I've had to do it before, but I've always had a reason to do it because I have to go get up and do something real quick.
Yeah.
And then I come back halfway through the round usually, if it's not gone by too fast. But rounds that have dragged out to either a spike plant or all of us dying within the last like 20 seconds, there's always one person AFK, almost always, and it's kind of annoying.
I think that's most games though. People go AFK for like no good reason.
Call of Duty,
Yeah.
it's no more annoying. I've seen people do that too.
I played a game of Call of Duty where I think my entire team left in the first minute,
I've had that happen.
and it was domination.
Oh no! I was
And-
playing.
My dumbass was like, "I'm still gonna try to win."
I play the games out. Like I'm not gonna leave.
I'm a tryhard though, so
So am I.
Yeah.
But
although I'm not the type to just go screaming, "What the fuck?"
I remember when I was playing Halo, I was playing Halo 3, and I loaded into a game with 6 people. So I figured, all right, it's gonna be on 3-on-3. No, it was 4-on-2.
Oh shit!
And while we're loading into the game, because it takes a little bit for it to load, my teammate leaves. No, it was not Halo 3. It was Halo 2 Anniversary. My bad. My teammate leaves, so it's 1-on-4.
Well, shit.
Might have been Halo. It might have been Halo 3. One of the two. But I ended up getting 16 kills to 36. So I
That's not bad.
no, I was down 20 against 4 people.
Shows how much better you are than them.
Yeah, and I don't play Halo 3 that much. I don't play Halo 3 as much as most people do. And I managed to get 16 kills to their 36. So, but I hate when those things happen. It's like, I don't know why I didn't auto balance the 3-on-3, but I guess they were stacked, so it made more sense.
Yeah, I mean,
They had to have been.
if they were a team, then
They had to have
well,
been
in a party.
Yeah, they had to have been partied up as 4 because I had one teammate.
Yeah,
But it still shouldn't have loaded then.
yeah.
Because the game can detect whether or not you're in a group or by yourself. So that was weird. But yeah, since you play Valorant now, we can have our 5th and we can do some ranked games or some
Yeah.
unrated, whatever we feel like doing. Because my 2 friends, I'm hoping we can probably get people playing this weekend because I want to play.
That'd be nice.
I want to play and not have multiple shitty teammates. Because then we'll just
it'd
have
be nice to have some people that aren't randos.
yes.
Yeah,
Very much.
randos are fun.
It's
They
not
can be.
only fun when you have one rando.
But some of them can be chill, and then we get the assholes that we had the other day.
Yes, but that's just the spirit of mankind. Some people are great, and then the rest are just ugh.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, that's. I mean, I've been playing Destiny. I've been playing Valorant. I got a new controller though, because I don't have to, but I would like to because I have the Elite, so I have the extra paddles on the back, and my left thumbstick is almost dead.
Sounds like a problem.
Yeah, because I have a problem. I have a thing where if I go to move forward with it, my character moves very slow, unless I press in the thumbstick, and then he moves full speed. And now, when I use it on my dashboard, it doesn't do anything. So when I press up on the joystick, it doesn't do anything.
Ooh.
So,
That
yeah.
reminds me, you still have to replace the joysticks on your Joy-Cons
Yes.
one of these days.
Tomorrow.
All right.
We'll do it after we're done recording that podcast.
Okay.
When we're done recording our music-oriented podcast called the Music Shack Podcast,
Yeah.
where we sit down for roughly an hour and talk about music. Last couple have been a little short.
They have, but
But
there hasn't been a lot of music.
No, this next one I have a little bit more stuff, so we should have a
we
better.
have Lamb of God's self-titled.
We're gonna have Lamb of God as our featured for
We're
metal.
gonna have T Grizzly's "Smartest in the Room," his new album.
I like.
We'll probably talk about some news, maybe upcoming events. I know Garth Brooks has something coming up.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
it's a
interesting.
drive-in thing.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah.
I wonder how that's gonna work.
So I know Violent sold out. You know, Violent has the drive-through. They're sold out. $100 a ticket.
Okay,
Um,
I mean,
So, but yeah, it is going to be interesting. I think they're showing it in multiple cities that have their own drive-throughs. So, well, drive-ins. So,
yeah, that's gonna be an interesting experience.
how you going to keep people in their cars though, like that?
You won't, and that's the thing. Someone's gonna break that.
Like, motherfucker, I paid $100 to sit in my car and listen to Garth Brooks. No.
Yeah, right. That's what the radio's for.
Makes you wonder, are the drive-in movie theaters still open for movies?
I think a couple were, but you can only have like half the capacity. I think it was. So yeah,
I'd love to go to another drive-in movie.
I've never been to one.
They're fun. They're even more fun when you have the pickup truck.
Yeah, I assume because you got the bed you can lay in.
Yeah.
Which is why my truck would be fun. Yeah, I haven't really had a whole lot going on. I mean, I applied for a position at Staples, but I haven't heard anything yet. I'm gonna start looking for other stuff in the near future here because I need work.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I have been playing a lot of Skullgirls recently on the Switch.
A lot of what?
Skullgirls.
Okay.
It's a fighting game.
Yeah, it's a 2D fighting game where, and obviously, it's just a traditional fighting game.
All right.
But you can. What's cool is not many games do this too. There's only like a few fighting games that I know of that really do it, where you can have up to 3 characters.
Yeah, you can choose to have either 1, 2, or 3 characters to fight with, and you can swap them out on the go, and the other person can do the same. So you can have one person fighting with 3 characters and one person fighting with 1.
Yeah.
And they
Which is, I think, one of the unique features to that game specifically.
Yeah, and they of course scale the health proportionally. So no matter how many characters you have, you always have the same amount of health. It's just split between multiple characters if you split.
Yeah,
it up.
they pretty much tweak the damage tables for how many characters you have.
Okay.
So, which is actually really cool. Because like Cross Tag Battle and Dragon Ball Fighter Z, you could have Fighter Z. Actually, I think you can do the same thing where you can choose how many you want. But I know Blaze Blue, you have to have 2. Because
Yeah.
the shtick of Cross Tag Battle is it's 2-on-2.
And it's a cross tag battle.
Yep, and you can actually call in your teammate for an assist and stuff and swap them out. It's a very, very fun game.
Best character is Blitztank.
Yeah, so there's a character who's called Blitztank, who is literally a tank with a skull on the top of it.
Best character in any. It's a tank that you use to fight against people in a fighting game. It's literally the best character.
So,
He's not very mobile, and he doesn't really shoot you. He kind of kicks you and stuff like that.
I mean, he has a gun and
He has
a
a
flamethrower.
okay,
Yeah.
so when you said tank, I thought actual tank, but you're talking about
No,
like,
No,
Actual
it's an
tank.
actual tank.
An actual tank.
Let me-
how do you get kicked by a tank?
He can move his.
His treads.
You
You
can
can
move
move
You can move the
treads.
tracks to
You
like
can move
kick
the
you.
He can go.
That's
Let me show you
It
a picture of Blitztank.
it is an amazing character.
He is the only meme character in the game, but he's actually kind of good. which is the ironic
Kind of
part.
good. He is good, Ron.
That's Blitztank.
He just takes.
I'm showing Ed a picture of
He
Blitztank.
just takes a little bit of time to get used to.
He is fucking annoying.
Because he doesn't fight like other traditional fighting characters where you can actually move the character around. He kind of just is a tank.
Yeah, literally just a straight up tank.
But if you can understand his combos and know how to use them, you can destroy someone with them.
Yeah, like you did me a couple times.
Yes, and it was awesome.
Was fucking annoying. Yeah, Skullgirls is different in that regard, where you can choose how many you want, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. My favorite fighting game, that's for sure.
Never been too good at fighting games myself, but sometimes I can throw down.
I used to play the shit out of Mortal Kombat. I used to find it like cool, like back when you'd have like the 360 or like the PlayStation 2, and like sit there split screen and like punch your buddy in the face while you're playing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We did that a little bit on vacation.
Cheat
At your
codes.
We
sister's
did.
House. We didn't actually punch each other. We just played Mortal Kombat.
Oh, no, there wasn't any cheat codes.
Not that I know of, unless Ron used them and I didn't realize, and I still kicked his butt.
you didn't take his hand and like shove your head over, or like.
I don't think so.
No.
I was on the couch and I think
Oh.
he was on the floor, so
Yeah,
I think we were
Okay.
pretty good. I totally could have kicked him from the couch, though.
you could have.
See, you could have used the cheat code.
I did kick you like once or twice when I was in VR, though.
Yeah,
All on accident.
sure.
Look,
You had sensors
couldn't-
on your legs.
I couldn't see where I was. Well, actually, I could see where I was, but I couldn't see where you were in the virtual space.
No, but you know where my
Because
voice
it
was.
turns out the
You know
tables
where my
aren't
voice is.
real.
Yeah, no, the table was not real.
Yeah,
Um,
the table is not a table.
yeah, this is like if I ever got a VR set up, I'd be in my basement, and I'd probably be coming in here with like a fucking broken hand because I accidentally punched the fucking support beam in the middle of the basement. 'Cause that's the only thing I could hit.
Yeah, I happen to be lucky where the only thing I can really punch is a ceiling fan.
Yeah.
Which I know that if I put my hand above my head, then I'm going to hit something, so that's when I stop.
Okay.
Sometimes it's hard in the moment, though.
Yeah.
Especially when you're playing Beat Saber.
That's the reason my keyboard is broken, because when I had it temporarily set up in the office, my keyboard was kind of just sitting on the armchair of the couch that we had in there. Well, at one point I was swinging a sword. I think I was playing Boneworks, and I was beating the shit out of something. And oh, whoops! I accidentally just punched my keyboard to the floor, and now the hand rest doesn't stay on anymore.
Yeah, luckily that was the only thing that broke.
Yes,
It's a nice keyboard, though.
it is. I like it.
All right.
How about you, Ed?
What?
Got anything else?
Have any conspiracy theories?
Well, we already got one for this episode, so.
Oh,
Yeah, Mary being a lizard person.
oh shit!
Yeah, that one.
You didn't catch that?
Look, to be honest, I wasn't really paying attention.
Bro, I didn't have any. Like, normally I have some bullshit ready. And then somehow we got into Christianity. I'm like, here we go.
So all we need to do to get conspiracy theories out of Ed is to bring up religion. All right, Judaism.
Well, I mean, we brought up religion. I mean, in a previous episode, we were talking about drifting. I mean,
Drifting is a religion.
Mm-hmm. All right, tell me what you know about Buddhism.
Reincarnation.
All right, tell me what you got.
I don't feel comfortable shitting on religions that ain't my own.
What do you... Okay.
I identify as a Christian, so.
What do you think Hitler would come back as if he was reincarnated? If you were to believe in reincarnation, what do you think Hitler would come back as?
Probably a wasp.
A wasp. So, do you think
He
he's
would
the
be
murder
the
hornets?
Japanese murder
Yes.
hornet.
Yes. Yes.
And he'd be a Japanese murder hornet with the Hitler stash.
Yes.
I mean, there's probably one of those already out, just screaming racial slurs and hateful things.
He's
about
back. He's already back.
This podcast is so hateful.
Damn those people in those podcasts and hating Hitler. Don't they know he was a married man
He was.
He was.
for like 40 days or something?
I don't think it was mutual on either end, but
Well, I mean, sometimes marriage doesn't have to be mutual.
Take Hitler's case, for example. He didn't want it. He killed himself.
I mean, no, there's.
He didn't want to be married so much, he decided to kill himself.
He started a suicide pact. Neither one of them wanted to be together.
it was for legal purposes.
Yeah, killing himself was the only... Or the marriage was the only reason he killed himself. Nothing about the war.
No.
Nothing about it.
Although, I mean, he may have got to Argentina. 'Cause-
That's what people think.
yes,
Hitler's still out there.
and
He's
there's
a grocery store clerk in Poland.
He somehow found the fountain of youth.
I don't think he's in Poland. I watch a lot of Mysteries of the Abandoned. They talk a lot about abandoned structures built by the Third Reich in the Polish wilderness.
Okay.
Yes,
He's been living in them.
no evidence of anyone living in them. At least
That's how good he is. He built them. He knows how to live there, unseen.
It's almost as if he's a ghost.
A shell of his former self. That's when he decided to move into the cities and then became a grocery store clerk. It's the only way he could get into Poland.
Yeah. Is to become a grocery store clerk.
He's finally been able to successfully infiltrate.
He's assimilated, and he will now enact his long-term plan to take over Poland.
And none of them will stop him, except for Jerry in aisle 3.
And Karen at the front desk.
goddamn Karen. No, actually, no. Karen might support him.
You have a point.
That's true.
Karen might support him.
She gets done at the checkout and he's like, have a good day, don't forget to kill the Jews. And she's like, you've got a point.
Well, no. Karen has no problem with the Jews. Let's face it. Karen has problems with one group of people only.
Hitler's behind in these times. He's had to change his ways to become hip with the new age.
Kill everybody.
No one's into killing Jews nowadays. Now we gotta kill everyone? God, it's so hard nowadays.
You suck. Kick or death.
Both.
Well,
Death first.
Interesting. I think I know how to do this.
death by cake.
I said death first.
This is an interesting predicament then. We shall turn him into cake.
But then he's a lie.
Oh shit, you're right.
As Ed ponders this statement.
Has his whole life been a lie? Is he a lizard person? Is he the last lizard person on Earth?
Is he the cake?
Both sounds a cake or a lizard could make. The world will never know.
Oh, shit.
But I remember I was playing Destiny at Reset, which is every Tuesday.
Okay.
And I jumped in Crucible real quick just to get my weekly done for that. And one of the... when I was playing Crucible, before I get into the story, there is a creature in the Destiny universe called an Ahamkara, which is basically a gigantic-ass magical dragon.
Who doesn't love a good dragon?
You're right. I know I don't.
You don't like dragons? You have problems with dragon kind?
Shush.
I thought you loved dragons.
Shush.
Yeah.
Shush. But basically, what an Ahamkara has many different powers. Mainly, they can grant you wishes. And there's one called Riven in the game, and she is Riven of 1,000 voices, where she can imitate different people.
You have problems with a dragon that can grant you wishes?
No, but anyway, I bring up the Ahamkara because
You can laugh all night, Bruce.
No, I gotta stop myself because I know what I'm gonna say.
But anyway, this the Ahamkara, like I bring this up because it's context of the joke. one of the guys that I was playing against had a gamer tag of Aham Karen. So it was a play on the Karen meme and the word Aham Kara. I just found it really funny.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Ed's disappointed.
I gotta say, you find some really interesting usernames online.
Yes, you can. When I was playing Valorant, I played a guy whose name was just Batman.
I think I played a match with my friends, and one of the enemies was I want to say his name was something along the lines of "stick it up your anus."
Your anus.
Your anus.
I played against a guy today whose name was OK Boomer Son or something like that.
And of course, you see the best usernames when you play Team Fortress 2.
Oh fuck yeah!
Any of them anti-violence?
Nah, they're all about getting fisted anally violently, so...
Oh, okay.
So I'd say they're pretty for violence, but of the sexual kind.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd say the high-impact sexual violence.
That could be sensual. You don't know.
I mean, teach their own.
Yes.
I was in handcuffs for a little bit.
Different strokes for different folks. That's a term that's a phrase I've come to love because I've never heard that before. That one's great.
That's so fucking good!
That's a great one.
Oh shit, different strokes for different folks.
You've never heard that before?
No.
That's an old saying.
Yeah. I had never heard it until I was watching a streamer.
Okay.
And he used it.
Yeah, different strokes for like different folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to suck my dick?
Nah.
Oh.
Oi.
Sadness.
Yeah. It's not Tuesday.
The big sad.
Oh, so if I came over yesterday, this would be a lot better?
Yeah.
My chemical imbalance. The big sad.
What just happened?
Memes.
Okay.
I think we're all dying.
Yes, probably. But
I know I died Saturday.
Okay.
yeah.
I went to a party on Friday night.
Oh, that's right.
It was awesome.
Until he woke up Saturday morning.
Well, it was an awesome party. It's been a while since I drank. It's been a couple of months because I haven't had a reason to drink in a couple of months.
Well, yeah.
Except for when I turned 21 and I was legal to buy my own stuff and not be under the supervision of my parents. But I went to a party and we got fucked up. It was a great time. But then, of course, Sunday morning comes around and I wake up and it's like, oh my god, I feel like I'm dying.
So
I drank so much water, I was like, I'm not feeling any better and this is what you're supposed to do. What the fuck is happening? And then we decided to order breakfast from Geets.
did you bite the dog?
I did not.
That might be part of your problem. As a recovered alcoholic, I'll let you know.
Biting a dog.
Biting the dog helps.
There was no dog to be bitten. I'll have to try the next time there's a dog around.
That's not what it means. So what you do is when you wake up the next morning, do a little shot of whatever the fuck it was you were drinking last night, if you can find any. Because
If you drink it all, then you're SOL.
yeah,
More or less.
it's one of the theories. I don't know if it actually helps or not, but
So when your body is dying and it feels like you're full of poison, just drink more poison.
just a shot.
Well, my body found a different way. When we ordered Geets for pickup, we went there, and of course I still wasn't feeling right, and I was like, man, I still feel like shit.
Yeah.
We get to Geets, and my friend was like, hey, you want to come in and help me carry this? And I was like, for a second, I was like, yeah. And I stood up for a second, I was like, I'm going to stay in the car, and I'm going to sit on the curb. And then, of course, I tell my other friend that was staying in the car, I was like, I'm going to go over to the grass real quick, I'll be back. And the friend that went in to get the food, the second he came out, I just went, it was
Very appetizing.
It was hilarious. Because literally, he came out and he was like, oh, look at that, he's on the grass. And then he was like, oh my god, he's dying.
Yes.
It was fucking hilarious.
And then he came and helped set up for another party.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go.
Yeah, trying not to die the entire time.
Yes, which was a fun experience to watch. Not to experience, no, but it was fun to sit there and watch.
Yeah, I made one song request and you couldn't put it on. Disappointed.
I was dying.
Disappointed.
Was that you that was making the request? I thought that was Tony that was making that one request.
Tony was requesting some math rock, and
Is that what that was?
yeah, that's what. And I made a request for lyrically one of the worst songs I ever heard.
Oh, is it the People song?
Yes.
No.
I
I listened to that, and I got probably 2 verses in, and I was like, I can feel the beat, but I know what the lyrics are, and I'm turning this off.
yeah, more or less.
Yeah, and what I
Can-
sent
can I-
you was the Dylan Francis remix of Sophie Tucker's Purple Hat.
I'm going to search this
So-
up, and I'm just going to read the lyrics off. They can't get us for reading lyrics, can they?
Yes, they can.
They can if you go over, what is it, 10 seconds?
YouTube can actually hit you for lyrics just by saying them or humming the song.
All right, so to summarize, got people on the people, the people, and the people on the people dancing on the people on the people.
Yeah, that's
That's essentially the whole song.
That's
Essentially.
the song.
with some CO2 and something about a DJ
something-
booth and
And something about
people being on the ceiling.
Yeah.
and taking in after joint or something like that. Whatever the fuck. the line
Going
is.
to the after joint, which I've never heard anyone
That
use
was
the
a weird
term
one.
joint regarding a place.
Yeah, I've never, especially after joint. I've heard the word joint used,
Yes,
but not after joint. I don't know what.
they're referring to like the after party, but like,
It's very
Fair.
confusing
Yeah, a little bit.
what do you mean? It makes plenty of sense.
with all the people on the people.
Yes,
The shits of the shits.
the shits of the shits.
We need
that
to make
shits.
our own song about the shits on the shits and the shits.
Yeah, but you know how hard it would be to monetize that on YouTube.
So they have to go on YouTube.
True, I could definitely use one of the distributors out there to get that
Or
distributed.
put it on the radio,
Yes.
and the radio ad will be got the
Yep, more or less.
yeah, it'll be perfect.
Yes.
Clap. And you just spiked it.
Pool boy,
Actually,
get me
no.
more wine rosaries.
Okay.
I wish to stick them up my butthole.
Stop this. I know where this is going. Do not bring this up.
I want to go all over the place with the wine rosaries. I want to go out my butthole.
You are not a human fountain.
Bring me the yeast. I wish to create auto brews.
Where is this coming from,
Where is
Bruce?
this going?
Where did it come from and where did it go?
Yes.
Where'd it come from?
Kanajo! Shit, and we spiked the fuck out of it.
Yeah, we did.
Enjoy
Sorry.
your eardrums and what is left of them.
Sorry, listeners.
Oh,
Yes.
that's fucking great.
But,
I actually remember reading a story a while back where someone accidentally gave themselves auto brewer syndrome and it was terrible for them.
Gave themselves what?
Auto brewer syndrome.
Which is?
It is I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's a condition where your body is producing alcohol in your digestive tract
Okay.
based off from sugars. And I read this one story where a guy was talking about his roommate where he was completely reckless all the time and he decided, I'm going to put yeast up my butt. It then ensued to him being where no matter what he ate, his body would produce alcohol in his intestines and his body would absorb it. So he was drunk all the time to the point where he almost got alcohol poisoning just because his body created alcohol.
I've never heard anything like this.
Yeah, I mean, if you shove yeast up your butt, it kind of is just going to happen a little bit.
Why would you shove yeast up your butt?
Because he was like, oh, it's like chugging a beer up your butt. But it happens for longer.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd imagine not a very fun experience. I do not personally want to find out.
That's
I'm
what
sure
happens
that's what our
when...
plans were for tomorrow for the Music Shack. We were going to get you to chug some yeast.
Yeah. And then we're going to, have our reviews of the music.
While Ron would slowly turn into an alcoholic pile of mess. Just because he had some yeast go up his butt.
Yep. No thanks.
How you feel about, what is that? Lions and Eagles. Good. Whoa! There we go.
Boomhauer.
I'm tired, They're very good.
But I think that's a good enough spot to wrap this. I don't have a segue to anything, so
What, you don't want to talk about butt chugging stuff
I
anymore?
don't know.
We can talk about something else that nobody cares about.
Go right ahead.
All right. Mercedes-Benz plans to beat.
Mercedes-Benz?
Yes. Mercedes-Benz.
Mercedes.
Mercedes-Benz.
Okay. Fuck
There's no
it.
A.
There is in my world. So anyway,
Ed's World.
where Mary was a lizard.
You can butt chug the yeast.
Bruce's world.
Wayne's World.
Which one? So yeah. So Mercedes-Benz is trying to beat BMW in autonomous vehicles,
Who isn't trying to do that nowadays?
but they want to specifically beat.
Just BMW?
Yes.
Is Tesla not part of this equation?
Well, no, because they're really good at this so far.
Well,
True.
I mean,
Tesla and Google, they're the two best as far as I know.
Speaking of Tesla, we're sorry to interrupt your little story.
that's about as far as I was gonna go. Because
Okay. But
again, it's shit that we don't care about. I figured
When
we
I-
could get on to some car shit because it tends to be what we talk about.
when I told you that Elon Musk was working on an internet system, basically for anybody in the world,
Yeah.
so you'd have a connection anywhere, and I couldn't remember the name of it. It's called Starlink.
Okay.
They're actually
That is
doing.
an amazing
He's
name.
he's partnered with SpaceX to do this, and they're launching the satellites into the atmosphere whenever, like during on their schedule. Basically, they actually just launched another set of them from I think Florida, or are planning to anyway, or somewhere. I think Florida. I don't remember exactly. So yeah, that's still happening, which is actually really cool. You can actually see that. You can see them fly by, because if you're ever looking in the sky at night, we all know what a shooting star looks like. If you see a cluster of them, of what looks like shooting stars, it's probably Starlink.
Okay.
So you'll see
Nice.
like a group of them like streak through the sky at night. It's actually really, from what I've heard, it's actually a really cool sight. But that's happening, so that's actually pretty cool.
Anywhere.
Hmm?
Internet anywhere. That'll give me even more reason to leave my phone at home when I go on a hiking trip.
Mm-hmm.
Well, bring an emergency phone so I don't die. But
Hold on. You don't masturbate in the woods?
You bring physical stuff for that.
Okay.
You feel one with nature. You masturbate to a tree.
Nah.
Nut with that bark, dude.
Nah,
Big
bro.
one with a tree.
You don't want to fuck the world?
I do though.
It's a Hollywood Undead song.
I know that there's
It's a Ninja Sex Party song too.
Yes, it is.
there's probably a song by everybody called "Fuck the World." Not everybody, but a lot of people.
A lot of people have different meanings with it, though.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
there are really only two meanings to it. So,
Kendrick Lamar once said that, he hopes his dick grows as big as the Eiffel Tower so he can fuck the world for 72 hours.
That's an interesting line.
that man needs a lot of blood.
True
Is he a
though.
vampire?
No, but we live in the
Gosh
mind
damn
of an
vampires.
energy vampire.
Wait, vampires just wanted big dicks. That's why they needed so much blood.
Mmm.
If a horny vampire gets thirsty, did they just suck the blood out of someone's cock? Is that how that works?
Only the gay ones.
Only the gay ones. They're female vampires.
We can't be judging, okay? Because, it's
What
Pride
about the
Month.
horny male vampires?
I'm just talking in general.
Okay. Well, they would have to get someone else horny and then bite into the massively erect cock. And then go,
Yeah, that's what they have to do. Get
What if
that
they just
blood
happen
flow.
to stumble upon someone who was already horny?
lucky them then.
'Cause you
They
don't necessarily.
strike at strip clubs. Strip clubs are owned by vampires!
Mm.
It's all coming together.
And I was worried that we weren't going to have any conspiracy theories.
So which
Strip
means
clubs are owned by bloodthirsty, money-hungry vampires.
gay strip clubs are hotspots.
Oh my god. It's where the female
There are
vampires-
female vampires, though.
There are.
So
The female
why wouldn't they
vampires
work
own the
at the
male
straight?
ones, and then
They probably do, but I'm talking about like if there's also
it's
gay
owned.
clubs and gay bars. So you have the
I feel like you just got a problem with gay people.
No, I don't.
That-
Okay.
It's all owned by the Vampire Mafia.
Yes.
Yo, the Vampire Mafia.
They're here to steal your money and take your blood.
What is it? Mess load of Italian vampires running around?
Apparently.
Actually, they're not stealing your money or taking your blood. They're just getting it from you from a service that they provide. It's
Yep.
like, come on, see the naked girls. Give us your blood. Give us your money. There you go. You get to look at the pretty girl. You don't have blood for your little penis, though, so don't you worry.
And that's how you
He's
get-
harmless. He's harmless. You know, he gave me 20 pints when he walked through the door.
20 pints? Jesus.
Holy shit!
What kind of man is walking into the strip club, dude? It's a fucking vampire's fucking heaven dream right there.
Right?
What do you got?
As I said, he's harmless.
Maybe maybe they're a low-key succubus.
What do you got? Fat Albert walking in?
Hey.
That could not have been any more outside. That was great.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
So thanks for tuning in. Nah.
We've been, how long we been going for?
Not long enough.
It's-
We got at least one more hilarious thing in there.
yeah.
We got at least one more Fat Albert in a vampire strip club coming up.
Hey, that's normally the way this works, right?
I mean, you just bring a succubus.
Yeah,
That's all you really need.
I wonder. Mermaids in port towns, would they have something similar?
Mermaids and what?
Port towns.
Port towns?
Yes, towns that are on a port basis, where they have a lot of ships. You know how ports work? Docks.
Docking?
Vampire mermaid docking port. Strip clubs.
Where has this gone?
Vampire mermaids. It's the vampire mafia versus the mermaid mafia.
I should have let Ron end this episode when he wanted to end the episode.
No, this
No,
is comedy gold.
This is great.
I've got a story for a video game. The vampire mafia.
Save it!
It's
Save
going
it! We're
against-
making the game, damn it!
Don't release the IP. We need this.
We need it!
I just need to get this out so you guys know at least.
Okay.
Vampire Mafia
after.
versus
Okay.
the Mermaid Mafia, and you can either start in the suburbs or the city with the vampires, or in a port town with mermaids. And they're all trying to kill you. Oh, and by the way, in the suburbs, you have Karens trying to kill you.
Alright.
All right.
Probably for
Alright.
sympathizing with people who aren't white. That's probably why Karen would want to
And
kill you.
then in comes the third-party lizards that just want to take over
The
everything.
lizards, they're the power of everything.
It's the Triforce: the mermaids, the vampires, and the lizards.
Just like real life.
It's the Triforce.
It's the...
The Triforce.
What kind of anagram would that be? You got lizards, vampires, mermaids. How do they merge? One has tails, one has fangs, and
When it's
the other
fins.
has both.
Yes.
It's all connected.
Oh shit.
I think
Now
I think we should stop before we go too
probably
deep
stop
down
now.
the rabbit hole.
Oh, before we go too deep.
We should
Before we
stop.
go too deep.
If we go any further, the FBI is going to knock down
F
that
by A.
Yeah, they're going to knock that door
F
in.
by A.
So are we talking about the FDA or the FBI? Or both at the same
Federal
time?
Bureau of
Or are they making a special group?
Awesomeness. The Federal Bureau of Awesomeness.
So it's the FBA.
Yes, FBA.
Federal Bureau. Yeah, we got to stop here
Yeah.
for the FBA.
Otherwise, they're going to kick that outswing door in.
Even yeah.
Even though it's unlocked, they're going to kick it in.
By the way, that's our production name. By the way, I'm putting that
FBA.
on the bottom of the logos for the
FBA.
videos. Yes,
Okay.
FBA Productions,
Okay. I actually like that. That's cool.
Federal Bureau
Bureau.
of Awesomeness. Whatever I want it to be, bitch.
Federal
Oh,
Butts of
fuck.
Awesome Sauce.
Oh God. All right. I think we're done. I think we're done. But anyway,
I would ask if you guys got anything to watch, but they ain't shit on TV.
I don't watch TV, so
So
I think we should just stop.
yeah. So yeah, I think we're gonna call it. So this has been episode 3 of Ish Talkers Anonymous.
yes,
This was this episode was a journey.
it was an
Start to
audio
finish.
trip.
It's an auditory.
Auditory hallucinations
Audio adventure
Yes.
into the minds.
of 3 men.
I wouldn't call us men. I'd call us shitlords.
Yeah, I'm a child.
I mean, it's Shit Talkers Anonymous, so.
That is true.
Oh, hold on, we cleaned it up. Ish Talkers Anonymous.
Yep. Once again,
Ish talkers at the beginning, shit talkers at the end.
Yes.
that's how it works.
I mean, but we were just talking shit the whole time. So much so that Ron can't even do the outro.
I know. But, once again, this has been Ish Talkers Anonymous.
Yep.
We will be back next week as always. And if you'd like to listen to another podcast about music, where we talk about various different genres and what's relevant each week for those genres, go over to Music Shack Podcast on YouTube, where the 3 of us, Ed, Ron, and Bruce, we all just talk about music.
That is us.
So, and then they're roughly about an hour or so long.
Yeah. They've been short recently, but
Hopefully that'll change.
Yeah,
But
we'll get better.
we will see you guys next week.
yeah.
Fare thee well.
Have a good one.
So anyway, about those vampires.
I'm hoping you're keeping that.